Continuing in our discussion of top 10 access to justice research priorities, let's talk about number 3, which is triage in the criminal context. Here again, the fundamental problem is that we are never going to have enough resources or choose to dedicate enough resources to a traditional attorney-client relationships in the criminal context. This is despite the fact that we have a ruling, Gideon versus Wainwright, that guarantees representation by an attorney for folks who can't afford to hire one. The traditional phrase that you've heard over and over again on TV, if you can't afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed for you. The fact is, however, that right is circumscribed in the sense that it only applies at all to some of the more serious criminal charges, as opposed to the interactions, the day-to-day interactions with the criminal justice system that are certainly much more numerous than the civil ones, the lower level, the serious criminal ones, the lower level criminal fines and fees, anything, even a traffic ticket. So we certainly don't provide lawyers for those folks. And then even in the criminal context in which you're in the heart of Gideon, the Gideon ruling, we still have caseloads for public defenders that are hundreds of clients per lawyer at any one time. And I don't think anyone can really seriously say that if you assign a lawyer hundreds of clients at any particular time, that lawyer is in any real sense giving a traditional attorney-client relationship to each of those clients. It's just not possible. There aren't enough hours in the day to go about it. And so we can, of course, yell and scream about that, and we probably should, to try to get more resources, but the fact is there's always going to be triage that's going to be necessary in the criminal system. And we're going to have to find ways to decide what effectiveness means in this context, and then find ways to make those dollars as effective as possible. And so this is something that we're going to need to have a frank discussion about. What do we really care about in the criminal system, and how are we going to use those dollars effectively? It's in that latter piece, how do we use the dollars effectively, that the Access to Justice Lab hopes to play an important role.